Okay.
Uh, Hopefully it will work.
Oh, I know the last one we did didn't have sound, and I didn't know
Ye-
what was going on there.
Well, that was
Okay. Turn my volume down. Oh, goodness. Yeah. Goodness. Yeah. Oh,
goodness.
I hear you. That's it.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. You're welcome. I was working on that last night. Yes. Oh no. I I've had problems. I've been this time of year I get sick a lot. So I managed to get to the end of page 20. That's what I'm telling you. I get sick a lot, so I don't know nothing. But what I was talking about is like right here, I would write the numbers down so that I could see it. But I don't necessarily need to write the formula. I just need to see the numbers. And once I see the numbers, I'm like, oh, okay, I'm going down. But what I'm also doing is once I know that I've done the problem, I just put a little check mark. So that tells me where I need to go. So then last night before I finished, I went ahead and wrote the number, the total that I stopped at, which was 1540. Yeah. Yeah. And oh, and it's a glorious space. It really is. But for me, not having to write the formulas, it's going faster. But that's just because of the stage I'm at. But because of my brain being 56 years old, I need to actually see the problem written down on some points. But once I see it, I can work it on my little bitty abacus. I love my little bitty abacus. Um, and but I do know there's a couple of them, and I wish I could tell you which one it was, but there was a couple of them that just gave me fits. And then I'm like, all right, Tammy, go from the right. And I would go from the right, but I didn't give myself to go back from the left, so I will go back because a couple of them I wrote down. So I will go back and check them after, probably tomorrow, and make sure that I can do them from the left. And if I can't, then I got to figure out why I can't. Because I know all I got to do is just do, okay, like when it says add 44, then I know that's 10, um, 4 equals 10 minus 6, or it's 5, add 5 minus 1. So, depending on the state of the problem. But, I've got to figure out. It could have been because it was just too late. I got an old brain. It don't work as well as everybody else's, but I'm still doing it because I love it. Yes, and this is my favorite. I was just as we got on, I was doing this one. You see where I got yes, I got stopped because the decimal point means nothing to me because it's just a point. Yeah, but if I had first if you had done decimals when I first started, I would have freaked out. There's a point. What does it mean? What's it going to do? How does it change anything? Knowing decimals don't change anything, but that didn't mean anything when I first started. And now it's just okay, it's a decimal. Go on. Yeah. So, but you can hear it in my voice. And I've been sick for over a month. Well, trying to get sick for over a month. And it's going to get worse. So my work is going to get slower, but I'm going to be here. One what Abacus path section. Hang on. Uh this one? Cool. Oh. Ooh. Now I can't wait to get to it. Yeah, knowing me, I'll go back and do a page or two as I go back and forth. I don't do them page by page. I get tired of one section, I'll go to another section, then I'll go to another section, and then I go. I don't do a book page by page. I think that's great. Yes, yeah. Well, and I absolutely love the reverse maze. I love anything with an abacus. So y'all forgive me out there in Wonderland, but oh, I'm so looking forward to that one. Okay. On with us. With us. And see, and I don't see her on YouTube. On with us. With us. And see, and I don't see her on YouTube. On with us. With us. See, and on Yahoo, I don't see her at all on YouTube. I agree. Oh, you've got 520 subscribers. I didn't realize you'd gone up that much already. Very nice. Hey, we all gotta learn. I'll go right along. I'll take the ride with you. Okay, volume just came back on you. Well, it did on my phone. Oh, okay. Then on those programs, I don't know, so I don't know anything that could help you.
See,
Oh, okay.
there we go. There we go. Okay. Um, back to here. Zoom. Okay, so
Ah, there she is.
okay. So this is multiplication. I was thinking it was going to be the second book for the adults. So in the beginning of the
Okay,
book, we have instructions just in case they didn't do adding and subtracting in the beginning. I bring in
right,
how to do the abacus. So this could be book 1 if they choose to. The idea here was, counting and adding, and
right.
then I go into how I explain how to do multiplication on the abacus.
Looks right.
Yeah.
Looks good to me.
So I was trying to add in some white space so it's not so confusing, but I did section it off like these things over here. And this would be
Yeah.
like that. So I don't want to put lines to separate it because I feel like that'd be very cluttered.
Yeah.
So I was trying to keep it as yeah. So this is my real-time formatting. So this is what I'm still doing. I'm still formatting to make sure make it look okay. So that's what I got. And then I have this here on the right where it shows you what
Yeah.
it would look like on a piece of paper.
Correct.
So this is double digit. This is when all the numbers are double digits. This is what happens when a question has a single digit. And then I put in the leading zero. And this happens on 2 pages. So what I think I'm going to do is I'm going to have a separate page right here to talk about only double digits.
Okay.
So it'd be like a lesson. So it'd be the lesson, and then there's going to be an example, and then there's going to be the this one, another instruction, and then there's going to be another example. So yeah,
Okay.
I'm still in the process of formatting. That's what I'm doing. And I'm hoping Alyssa will show up. I hope okay. So then I'm still in the process of honing down like what I want to be inside this book. But I have like, let's review multiplication, and you're going to write the answers, and I know this is super
Yeah.
simple, but then it's going to be maze based. So all of the mazes, and I have a little thing right here that says we're going to do simple, meaning that there's no formula. And then
Yeah.
after that, we go into triple
Yes.
digit. So we go triple digit times one digit. I do it again. I haven't formatted this, but I'm still working that out. And then so it'll be double digit, triple digit, and then it will be 3 digits over here. Oh, 3 digits over here. So that's what 3 digits are.
Be
So
still
this
my
is
heart.
2 digits, and then I explain what the 3 digit looks like,
Yeah.
right? And then it'll be the three
Yeah.
digit maze. So this is the formula. This is the outline I have in my head. And then after you do so what I did is I broke it up into, this is the 2 times table, then we do the 3 times table, and then we do the 4 times table, and we do the 5 times table. So I'm still incrementing multiplication. Notice
Right.
that we go 5 times 6 and 5 times 5. So there's um a pattern, right? And then
Right.
when we get to once we get it to 9 times table, where is it? After we get to the 9 times table, right? 3 digits, then we go into how do you add a 5?
Right.
So in here, when we do the numbers again, 7 times 76 times 2, inside here will be a 5 times table, would be a plus 5 multiplication. So let's work it out. I give you
Okay.
extra room. Okay, let me go back to the I'm in yeah. So here I give you extra room to write in what it's supposed to be. I didn't yeah. Let me get my markers. Okay. So
Your
what
Yahoo has stopped.
my Yahoo?
Not now your YouTube.
Oh, my YouTube stopped?
Yeah, you're looking down and I'm looking up.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, cuz it's
Okay.
also delayed as well.
Okay.
Um
So which one do you want to
hold
work
on.
on? Okay.
So, hold on. Oops. Okay.
I know it's like that's you got to work on like 10 things at one time.
Okay.
Goodness.
So,
Okay.
we have okay. Um let's do something simple. So the first thing was 91 times 3, right? So we know how many significant figures.
There's going to be at least 3.
Yeah, exactly. So in the beginning, so we call it 3. 1, 2, 3. So we count 1, 2, 3, right?
Okay.
And then
Right.
if you notice, 3 times 9 or 9 times 3, it doesn't, right? I'm thinking we're adults, we can go both ways. It doesn't matter. So this is 27. So we add 20
Right.
and then we add 7. And then we know that 3 times 1 is equal to 0, 3. So we add 0 and we add 3. Okay, we know
Yes.
that. That's not the
Yes.
problem. Now, the
Right.
next step would be over here. Let's do this. 86 times 3. Okay, so again, what is our significant figure? Our significant
Mm,
figure is 3. 1, 2, 3. So
right.
we know 8 times 3 is equal to 24.
24.
Okay, 24, right? So we have 24, we add 2,
Correct.
we add 4.
Right.
Now, 6 times 3 is
It should be 18.
18. So we have 1 and then 8. Notice this 1 can't add. So what do? We have to plus the 5.
Correct. Minus 4.
So
4.
when we add, so that's the difference. We want to, so I'm introducing how to make a 5 when we do multiplication.
Correct.
That's the outline that I have. You already know this. But if somebody was new and decided to pick up this abacus book, multiplication, it will walk them through. It will
But
walk
they
them
wouldn't know. But they wouldn't
exactly
know
how to make a
the
5.
right.
Right. So that's why I have this lesson right here. That
Good.
lesson tells me how to make a 5.
Right.
Are you getting it?
But it needs to be there because if somebody just picks up the multiplication, they're not going to know that.
Exactly. So that's the outline that I have. We do the simple, right? Easy stuff
Yeah.
without formula. Get used to that. Then I give out how to make a 5, and I'm going to do a couple of what do you call it? A couple of example questions. And then we
Right.
go into multiplication. And this is where you do the +5 multiplication.
Okay.
And then again we do it again for the +10s. So the way I broke up the mazes is I sectioned it off between the different numbers. I'm quite
Okay.
excited for
Well,
it.
you should be.
I'm very excited for
And
that.
from my point of view, somebody's a knucklehead if they don't start at the beginning, whereas they learn to add the 5, take away the 5, add the 10, take away 10 before they start the multiplication.
Well, that's why I added this as part of the lesson.
And
Oh,
yes,
wait, sorry. You're
and
not
you're
seeing it.
smart. I am saying they're a knucklehead. Oh, she's parked temporarily. Thank you. Thank you, Nidra. Be safe out there.
So, I don't know.
But yes, I do believe you need to include those lessons.
Yes, that's the whole point. The whole point was to include all those lessons. Oh, what am I? Yeah. So that is my point. My point is I wanted to introduce abacus at every stage.
Yes.
It makes more sense. Hi. I tried joining on Zoom, but it won't let me in. Could you please resend the link? Oh boy. Okay. Hold on.
Boy, the technology is messing with us
Copy.
today.
Yeah. See, and that's the reason why I wanted to go uh let's try that again. Ah. Oops. Try that. Resent. Okay. Try. I'm hoping that will work. Oh, maybe she came in when I canceled. um,
That could be, yeah,
so so yeah, I'm really excited for that. Um,
as you should be. And I'm excited for it to buy it and get it so I can look at it and work it.
yeah, yeah. I think the biggest thing is being able to. Um, I think the biggest. What am I?
Well, as a consumer, my biggest thing is which book do I work on? Because now I've got 3.
Yeah. That's funny. Yeah. So my goal was to. There she is. Hello, Alyssa.
Hi.
That's here.
I'm so sorry. I feel like I'm fumbling all over the place.
It's not you. It's the technology doing it to you.
So
It's just your turn.
I was
Uh,
doing
Yeah, but why can't we do your Lynette things anymore?
Oh, because I'm changing my website and I'm just started to upload it again. So it takes a little bit of time to readjust my website. Is that
So-
okay?
Is that okay? Okay.
Okay. Yeah. My plan is to get as much as like going this week so then we could start back up again. And I just got to a point where I was working on my website. I'm able to send out email, so that was a good thing.
Yeah, because for a while, like it kept on just, it said you weren't existent, and then the other stuff says 404 web page is not existent, and
Yeah.
so.
Yeah.
But how is it going? Are you liking what you're doing, and is for your website?
I am. What it is I was switching out platforms, and so I like the platform that I have. I just gotta clean it up and make sure that it's working, and still building out books. So I'm kind of going in between, making sure that I get the website going, get the email list going, and still, I'm still on TikTok, I'm still on YouTube, and still building out workbooks. And I just happen to be like still working on this, but my priority is to get the online classes up and going, so then we're not, so you don't stop.
Yeah, because the couple of emails I was looking at, I was said I would click on TikTok, I would click on Facebook, and it would say it was non-existent,
Yeah.
or yeah. So, but
Yeah.
maybe, yeah. Is it so? So then I noticed that finally on Facebook that it's your Facebook web page came up, and so then I'm like, so I joined the group, and I think I did a private message to you or something like that, too, from Facebook as well.
Okay.
But yeah.
Yeah, I
So
saw that and I was like, okay, so then yeah, so my goal for this weekend is to get up and going and make sure that the online classes get back on, because I had to download everything and then I have to re-upload everything. So it will be
wow,
a
so
little
it
bit.
takes time.
Yeah, especially since I had like 100 and almost 200 videos. So you guys were at, yeah, and that was the other thing. You guys were at the plus 10s, right?
Yeah,
So
we've gone through at least about half of your classes, pretty much. We're getting over to more than half, so yeah.
okay, so yeah, so I was gonna upload the plus 10s and then
Mhm.
carry on forward, and then I gotta make sure that I've already recorded the minus 10s. I just gotta wait for my editor to edit.
Your editor.
So I think he forgot about him, so I gotta get back on it and let him know that I have people waiting.
I'm sure you have a great editor.
you know the plus 10s videos, and do you see all the little cartoons that are part of it? He did that.
Oh, really?
Yeah, you know how I have like the introduction. Oh, I don't have the videos. Oh, yeah, you know what, I can show you. um yeah, so let's see if I can. Now, okay, if I shared this one, share sound. Okay, so yeah, this one. Knock. Who's there? A really super smart kid. I see you there. So, do you see the little stickers? Did you see that? I don't know if you saw that.
I did see a couple of stickers. Yeah.
Yeah, you saw the little
And
cartoons over here.
yes, that. Yes,
Yeah.
yep. I see that. Yep.
So that's what he did. So he added all
Oh.
the little stickers and the way he edited and stuff, and then towards the end, yeah, there's that little banana. And a peel.
Yep.
So knock, knock. Who's there? That's the editor.
I like it. I like it.
Yeah. So I was
He's cute.
yeah. I have so many windows up, like I don't know where I am anymore. But yeah, so I have him, my husband. He's helping me edit my videos to make it a little bit more interactive. So that was the reason.
Cool.
So it's going to take so I got to get back on it, and I have the videos for the minus tens. But yeah, and then I was telling Tammy that I was working on the multiplication and how I set that up as well.
And I'm excited.
Oh, on the online class.
It well, the book first, and then it'll be the online class.
Oh, you have the multiplication.
Yeah,
book?
so yeah, I was working on the multiplication book. Like I have a lot of things up in the air right now. So, um let me show you what I got. So in the beginning, it was going to start off as a adult book. So it doesn't matter if you started off it should what I want it to be is it doesn't matter if you start off at a I don't know if you can see it. It doesn't matter if you start off with the introduction to Abacus. Please move this window away from the shared application. Hold on. Oh, I see. So share. Oh, that's why I didn't share. Yeah, I'm going to modify it. So it doesn't matter if you're in if you pick this up first, I still explain how to read it, how to read the application, how to read the Abacus application, how to read the how to read the Abacus. Mm, so I still explain how to do all that, and then then I start explaining how to do the multiplication itself. So you figure out your significant figures, and then I showed on the Abacus, and then we go into how it looks like on a piece of paper. This is what it looks like on a piece of paper. Okay. And then after that, we go into so this is what happens when the question is double digit, and then this is what's going to happen when the question has a single digit. So I explained that we have to have a leading zero. And then I also explained what it looks like on the abacus. So 060 is what it's supposed to look like. So then when we go to here, that's what it says, right? 060. And then we multiply 2 times 6, and then we go 12. 12 is a 1 and a 2. So you put the 1 over here and you put the 2 over here. Really? Really? Okay, good. I was like nervous. I'm Yeah. So then in the beginning parts, I talk about like, what is supertizing, what's number sense. Here I put what's number flexibility, what's number fluency. And then we talk about the distributive property. And then there's going to be, I'm still in the process of formatting this workbook, but in here, this page will be like practice questions, and then we go into what's multiplication, and then we go into the actual the page itself. So this is the actual book. The book is the mazes, but the way I have it set up is we do 2 times table first, so we get really solid on what the 2 times table is, and this is like simple. That means there's no formula involved, so I'm still incrementing the idea. After we do 2 digits, I show you how to do 3 digits. So this is 3 digits times 1 digit. And then again, we do the 2 times table, and then I increment it. 3 times table, 4 times table. See, this is 2 digits times 4, and then 3 digits times 4. And then we do 5 digits, 2 digits times 5, and then 3 digits times 5. So I'm incrementing the concept, I'm incrementing the idea. After we figured this out, right? So if you notice, so even if we did this one, 56, let's do it. Let's do and I was just explaining Tammy like how I was breaking this up. I'm sure I'm sure somebody else will follow, but yeah, anyways. So if I show you that, let's see. StreamYard stopped sharing. Hold on. I gotta stop sharing with Zoom so I can show you this. So one of the questions is this, and so when we talk about it, StreamYard, sorry, share screen, window, there we go. Okay, so one of the questions was, and so what do we have? What is our significant figure?
4.
4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So this is part of the explanation, right? This is part of the explanation that I have as part of the book, right? And so
Right.
we know 5 times 2 is equal to 10. So we add the 1, we
Correct.
add the 2. 5 times 5 is equal to
25.
25. Add the 2, add the 5. Notice there's no formulas involved, right? 5 times
Right.
6 is
30.
30. Add the 3, add the 0. Add the 3, add the 0. So then our final answer becomes 1,
1, 2, 8, 0.
thank you. So our answer becomes 1280, right? So then going back to here, that's what I did here. So all of this is simple. That means there's no formulas involved. Then we go into, when you're done with the 9 times table, we go into how do you add a 5? And I'm going to again put in some example questions.
Right.
Right? So this example question here, if you notice 29 times 2. So let's do 29 times 2.
Okay. 29 times 2.
29 times 2. So hold on. Let me go back to me. Okay. So 29 times 2, right? 3 times 3, 2 times, what's your starting point? Starting point
3
is
numbers.
3. 1, 2, 3. So 2 times 2 is equal to 4. We
4.
remember
But it's a
0.
single digit.
Yep. So 0 and then 4,
Yep.
right?
Yes.
And then 9 times 2 is what?
18.
18. Add the 1, add the 8. Notice right here, I have no more room to add the 1. This is why we have the 5 times table. Does that make sense?
5 times table.
The 5 times? Yeah.
Not 5
You
times
mean-
table. The plus 5, making the 5. Because we
Oh,
want to
there
do
we
is
go.
plus 1 is equal to what?
Plus,
Uh,
plus 1 is plus 5 minus 4.
Yep. Plus the 5 minus 4. So that's what we're doing here. Plus the 5, plus the 5 minus the 4, and then the 18.
Yep.
So that's the path that I'm going to. That's the path. That's interesting. I can't share my screen. You see my shared screen, right?
yeah, now you mean where you're just by yourself?
No, I was trying to figure out like trying to share my screen. My Canva. Yeah, you see that, right?
I see.
I see that.
Yeah, I see that.
Okay. Well, YouTube is not seeing it, so
No.
okay. Anyways, so if you notice, we added the how to make a 5, and that's the path. So in the beginning, we don't say there's no formulas. Then there's a chance for the formula, and that's what I introduced how to make a 5. And then there's going to be example questions, and then we go into the maze, to the mazes. So these are all the mazes that deals with how to plus 5, and then I broke it up where the next set of maze is how to make a 10. So this is where we do carrying over. So if you look at this, say 79 times that by 4, right? We could do it again. But notice if I did 79 times 79 times 4, again, it's 3 digits, 1, 2, 3, right? 1, 2, 3.
Right.
4 times 7 is what?
28.
28. Good. So I put 20 and I put 8. And then 4 times 9 is
36.
36. So notice I want to add the 3, add the 6. Cannot add the 3. How do I add the 3? Plus 3 is equal to what?
Plus
Uh,
the 10 minus 7.
Yes, plus the 10 minus the 7. And then I want to add the 6.
Then you add your 6.
Yes. So I'm I'm really happy with this.
Wow.
Did that make sense?
Yes, it did.
Okay. So then there's the 2-step. So this is where I have to introduce the 2-step. So it doesn't matter if you pick up this book or the Introduction to Abacus for a subtraction, adding and subtracting.
So if we're stuck, we can always go back to the review part that you had for the
Yes. Over
okay.
here. So this would be the review
Yeah.
part. I'm going to be adding in the times table as well.
Oh
Like
wow.
like this part right here, I'm adding in. So you have to write it out, but I'm going to show you, like, we can commutative property here.
Oh, okay.
So
Wow.
this is it's still a little bit in the making, but I feel like it'll be done in about a couple of weeks.
So my question is that the only time that you will, like, right there, pause right there. So like these right here, is that the only time you're going to have that at the very beginning of the book, or will you have or will you put that like here's a break, put the review again, or is it just going to be at the very front of the book?
This concept is only going to be part of in the beginning of the book.
Okay.
Because I feel like if I do it again, if I copy this again to the next set, I feel like you should already know how to do this. You shouldn't,
Okay.
because it's repeated. This concept is
Right.
repeated many times. So
Oh yeah.
doing this again wouldn't make sense. The only thing that I'm changing out is, how do I do it with this? Maybe I do it with a sample question. Maybe I do it with a sample question.
Yes.
That's what it is.
Yes.
So there's going to be sample questions on how to add and multiply here. But it won't
Okay.
be a full on, like, this is where it won't be a full on, like, how to count the beads.
Right. So will the sample questions be every once in a while throughout the book, or is it going to be at the beginning and then you have the mazes? Because
No.
you're breaking it up into you start with the simple,
Yes.
then you start with the 5.
So
then
right
you
here,
Okay.
after the 5, there will be sample questions. That's how I always done it. There's
like that.
there's a lesson, and then there's sample questions, and then there's the activity. That's how I've always done it. There's a
Okay,
sample.
how many sample questions?
There'll probably be a couple, 1 or 2 pages. I think 1 page. It'll be
Okay.
1 page of sample questions, and then it'll go straight into the mazes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow.
So, and this is how I've done my, as I develop my book, that's how I've done it. And I felt like that's a better rhythm, a better outline of how I do things.
My question is, so how many pages will you have for the simple, and then for the +5 and then the +10s? How many pages of each section?
It all depended on how many pages I can get. So there's a lot more simple, just because I have the individual numbers. So that worked out really well. But there's not a lot of plus the 5, but because it's adding the 5, I don't feel like it's going to be too difficult. It might be, if I broke it up. So there's 18, roughly 16 questions, 16 pages for the simple. And there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. There's about 11 pages for the +5. And then there's about 4 pages for the +10s. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. But then there's a lot more. Then there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. There's about 7 mazes. It's still roughful. It's still rough.
Oh. So are the blank pages like 74, 85, 87, are those work pages?
No, those are the backside. So, because I like my mazes to be only one-sided.
I see. Okay. Okay.
So
Okay.
if you noticed, I have my maze on one side and then I have a blank side on over here.
Okay.
If it's because sometimes when we color it in, it bleeds through.
Please through. Yep.
So I will have example questions on this side, but when it comes to the mazes will have a blank side.
Okay. Makes sense.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's amazing. I like it. Okay. Because like yeah, I can have low. So like for Abram,
Yeah. Yes.
how would I start him on? Should I like have him just because right now we're doing repeated addition. You're doing a little bit of repeated addition, and would it be better to just kind of practice that before doing a multiplication? Because without those formulas, that looks really good. Like I think he could, you know, maybe
Yeah.
I think I should start him on the multiplication, just doing the repeated addition on there.
Yes, yes. The biggest thing with this for the multiplications, they need to know their math facts. They need to know their multiplication facts. So until
Okay.
he's really solid, I mean, you could do the plus twos and the plus you could do the 2 times tables and the 3 times tables because that's really easy.
That part is where we're at. And then so when we say 2 times 3, I just say Abram, it's just doubles 3 plus 3. So we're kind of doing that part.
Yeah.
So like the dinosaur thing that you had on the teacher pay teachers,
Yes.
how would you be implementing kind of like a video like that on the online class?
Yes, I do plan on bringing that into the online class.
Okay, so then that's a way where he can also kind of learn his times table on the online class.
Yes.
And then he'd be prepared for this multiplication book.
Yes. Yes. There's a little step. There was a step in between for the kids, and that would be so I was going to do every number would have its own book. That's a separate book altogether.
Oh, for multiplication?
Yes. So multiplication, there'll be a 2 times table book, there'll be a 3 times table book, there'll be a 4 times table book, and 5 times table all the way to 9. And inside that book, there will also be an introduction on the reverse, like division. What's another way of dividing?
Oh yeah, because multiplication is division and division is a multiplication. I
Yes.
mean, you're doing that when you especially when you're dividing, you're
Yeah.
multiplying.
Yeah. So the way
Oh.
in that book, there's gonna that book I have to go I'm revisiting, but that one is I'm not gonna do that in the adult book. I'm doing that in
Right.
the kids book.
Okay. But that's
Because
cool. The adult book is real. I mean, yeah, that's awesome. Wow.
the reason why I did the adult book was because I felt like it was a lot easier just to pump it out as
Mhm.
opposed to
Mhm.
the kids book, because the kids book I really want to make sure that it's incremental, if that
I
makes
see.
sense.
Okay.
So in the kids book there's a lot more detail, and I was going to add
Yeah.
into it.
Yeah.
And then I have like these things called flashcards, and then I was going to
Right.
add in hold on, where's my so here I try to show the beginning parts of division,
Oh wow. Okay.
right? And then I was also trying to I was trying to do a little bit more like um what do we call like uh out of the box possible positional. So if I had 3, right, and I was trying to make it interactive. So
Wow.
this is so if it's 3 times 6 or 6 times 3, and then there's 18 divided by 3.
Yeah, because that's cumulative. No,
Yes.
no, associative. Associative. Associative
Associative.
is what they do in multiplication. Well, you can flip, you can go either or. You can go 3 times 6, or you can go 6 times 3. Well, yeah, I'll have to go back and look with that, because I know there's this one thing that they, my brain's going like, I'll find it.
Yeah, yeah. It was one of those things, like I wanted to be more inclusive. So the kids one, it takes a little bit more time to think. So that's why I haven't revisited this yet, but that's the idea. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, this was like the beginning parts of this was before like I think this was like the second or third book type that I was thinking, and then I just went full in on making books. So I'm revisiting it again to make sure that yeah. So I want to do like skip patterns, um, and then I wanted to have like I still like the stories, so I'm going to keep the stories. I like this part here where you flexibility, number flexibility. Like if I add the one, I want to add. So I want to keep all of that, but I just want to show different ways of multiplying. So yeah, the one that you have is like the when I like my thought process, but I didn't really expand on it. Oh yeah, yeah. Oh really? Oh, oh, interesting. Oh, yes, yeah, and it will be every one of them. It'll go all the way to 9. I'm not going to do anything higher than that because it would. Yeah, yeah. I'm going towards about 100 pages. It's going to be a separate book altogether. Only the 3 times table. That's why. That's why it's one. It's taking a little time, and two, I'm trying to figure out what I want to do. Yeah. So, and then well, that's the answers. That's the answers. But I'm not going to do the answers. I'm just going to anyways. Um I think this is not it's I don't think it's going to be colorful. I think I'm going to change it to a grayscale. Yeah. But yeah, this is the thought process, and then I heard about like was it arrays? So I was going to do arrays. That's where I was modifying it. So this is an array, and I wanted to do different orientations. So, yeah. 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 But I like but I do like this part here just because I wanted the kids to know that it doesn't matter what number they gravitate to. So, they should be able to add and subtract. But yeah, that's the thought process. And then here is the division. So I show you what division looks like, but we don't really do division. You just Oh yeah, yeah. Yeah. No, yeah, I know what you're talking about. Yeah. So, um but again, it just goes back to one time, and that's why it's just getting all the sites going and everything. And no, no, I'm not overwhelmed. What I'm trying to do is prioritize what needs to be done. Yeah, I'm yeah, I gotta there we go. So, oh, that didn't work.
Well, that'll be exciting. That'll be really exciting. So
Yeah, I'm trying to, yeah, and that's why I'm trying to prioritize and make sure that I'm doing what and still keep up with Avram.
yeah, yeah. Because he just finally had gotten into the routine, and
Yes.
he would actually do a lesson and finish the book. So I'm trying to get the book out and do the lesson because your online class isn't there. And he is kind of sort of grabbing it, and he was actually able to add a little bit with 2 digits.
Nice.
With
Oh,
so,
right.
Way to go, Abram.
yeah. So, but I got to make sure that I still take it slow because then he might get a little overwhelmed. I think probably, yeah, doing only a couple problems,
Yeah.
Sometimes he just does things instinctively without even realizing it.
Yes.
And then how you're like, wait a minute, and then you kind of second guess yourself.
Yes.
And I think that's kind of where he's at. And so then he starts to get overwhelmed.
Yeah.
I'm like, nope, I don't want to do any more problems.
Yeah.
So I don't know. Is that just a normal thing that we all, you get in the group and then all of a sudden like, ah!
Yes. That's
okay.
that's yeah.
When
That's
my son was 3, he was figuring out that there was a way to counting, and we'd count to 100 any number of days, and he'd get to 74 and then just stop. And people are like, doesn't he know what's coming next? I said, he does. And they go, well, why didn't he do it? I said, ask him. And he goes, because I'm tired. I don't want to do it. I said, there's your answer.
Yeah.
He knows what comes next.
Well, sometimes we have a tendency to push and push. Come on, you think you've done this much. Why can't continue? And I think we over push things.
Yeah.
Sometimes
it's too easy to. So when Josh says he's tired, we stop.
Yeah.
I'm going to fight him.
That's what I got to learn to do is to look at the behavior pattern. And there's no hard rule saying that you have to complete all 10 problems in this amount of time. You can always take a break and you can just start where you left off.
Right. Exactly. Yes. Be careful not to take too many breaks because you also want to introduce endurance.
Stamina.
Yeah, there you go. Stamina.
Yep, building stamina.
When my sons were going through it, my husband was like, "Oh, do 2 questions and they go take a break." I'm like, "Oh, hold on. Maybe do 10. Maybe do a page. You know what I mean? Do a bit of a chunk. Maybe do 10, 20 minutes at a time, and then take a break." Right? Mm-hmm. So it could be timed or it could be the amount of questions. But again, yes, take a look at their energy level to see if they're really tired. There's this few kids, you got to build their stamina, but don't take too many breaks.
Yeah.
So it's a fine line and you got to see. But don't forget, when we do mathematical processing, it takes more energy than words.
Okay.
Right.
Yeah. I do agree with it a little bit. I think it also what I'm told is that there's a 2-step process when you are writing.
Yes.
And one of the things that I did with Abram is I kind of asked him a question on Minecraft. And then what I did is I typed out what his response was.
Yeah.
And also it's because if you're interested in something, you will invest your time in it. Yeah. And I think that's kind of what Abram has been doing a little bit now with the Abacus, because before I was like, and now he's like, I want the video. You have to. And so I'm trying to do things based on what he was interested, because then all of a sudden what we did is we took his sentences, what came out of his brain. Yes. And then I'm having him do the copying his sentences. Yes. Because it takes time to take those thoughts and then to write it on paper.
Yes.
with all the mechanics and stuff like that.
Yes. Yeah.
So
I agree with that. And it's just very interesting, like the actual process of communicating through writing and numbers, and it's just a different. I think we take for granted in the public schools that there's a lot of thinking that the kids don't may or may not that we may or may not empathize on.
we need to,
Yeah.
Yeah.
because it helps them to see that, okay, just because you don't have it written on paper, there was this book, it's called Know and Tell. And this, you basically be able to tell in your own words what happened in a story. And this one kid, he could write the sentence, oh, the dinosaurs are nice or whatever, but then the other kid could articulate,
Yes.
verbalize.
Yes.
And she said, well, he couldn't possibly write that. But being able to have someone else write it out for you, and you actually see what came from your mind on paper,
Yeah.
that gives them the motivation, because all of a sudden he's like, oh yeah, I'll write what I just said. And he just did the copy work, and he was done in like, I don't know, 8 minutes or so.
You know what would also be helpful? You could have them talk to text to type. You could try that.
Yeah, I could. Yep, I could do that too.
I know Google does it. Like if you do Google Docs, I know your iPhones will do it, text to talk. That might be helpful to, and then have them retranscribe it. His thought process. Finesse it a little bit with his thought process. You could try that.
Yeah, I might try that. The only qualm I have is I'm afraid that as he's sitting there watching what he's verbalizing out, that he will get distracted.
Oh, put the phone down.
Oh, okay.
Don't have him face it. Don't have him face to you. Yeah.
Don't have him look at. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
But yeah, and it was just it's interesting, and I think that's what makes it me a different teacher, is that I try to empathize how a person, a student, a child, an adult is learning. And I think that's what differentiates a good teacher to a great teacher or a communicator.
Yeah. Yeah. That's awesome. I love it. I love your words of wisdom. I love it.
So yeah, today, I just feel like, I don't know what I feel like I'm a little bit out of sync. I'm not overwhelmed. I know what my priorities are. I know it's, small steps. And that's the thing. It's just small steps and finessing it, and also marinating. So that's why it was nice. I got the big chunk of what my multiplication for adults would look like, because once I get that, then it'll be easy to distill it for the kids, if that makes sense. I wasn't going to put too many activities in the multiplication book, just because I wanted to get that multiplication book out there, and I know I can make another book that's more activity driven.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, but don't rush yourself.
No, but I've been hoeing and humming a lot on the multiplication book.
Okay.
I know I need to get it out the door, but I have my foundation of what I wanted for the dinosaur book. I just need to finesse that one, and then that will be that's the path for the kids, and then there's the path for the adults.
Okay. So just remember and give yourself a little leeway. You never anticipated ever doing the books for adults.
That's very true. That's very
This
true.
this was a very big surprise for you. So give yourself a little breathing room, okay?
I noticed though, because I was able to formulate, because I think for adults it's a little bit easier to just kind of push things together. It's just easier to push out, as opposed to with the kids one, I have a little bit more, like, I'm a little bit more reserved. So when I did the two-step plus book, that was actually a faster that was actually a faster publishing, just because I had the backbones from the adult book.
Oh.
Does that make sense? So
So
I
Yeah.
can, yeah.
So your adult book is what helped you to do the 2-step.
Yes, exactly. Exactly. And so I still got to do the minus 2-step, which is just changing out the questions, redoing some of the, not redoing, but adding the activities again. But that will be a faster publication as well.
Oh, wow.
Oh,
Okay.
Yeah. So formalizing what my thought process is for multiplication, and then going into division, and then start adding more steps for the kids.
Mhm.
okay.
So yeah, I had a whole thing, like I was going to do like the 9 times table. I was going to do astronomy, like stars, and I don't know.
Yeah.
It was going to be themed, just like the kids books were specifically themed.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
Okay.
I love anything with space, so I'd be a big hit with me. But everything
Yeah,
is with me.
Abram loves space too.
Yeah.
Anything space.
Yeah.
Do you have them on the NASA website? Because a lot of times they'll post pictures from the Hubble satellite.
Oh, I should do that. I should do that.
There's also activities on the NASA website for kids.
Yeah.
Oh, there is?
Yeah,
Yes.
there's like kids activities on there.
Okay, I will look into that.
The NASA website is great,
Yeah.
and they give you a launch when the rockets are going to launch off. They'll give you the dates and times and stuff,
Mhm.
and where to look in the sky.
Really? That's cool.
Yes.
Did you ever get to witness a launch off?
Yeah.
Tammy? So was it extremely loud?
Let's put it this way. I didn't pay attention to the website one time, and we lived in a little town called Christmas, Florida. And I do mean Christmas. And from the sound waves, the windows and the doors just rattled. So yeah, if you get close enough, you have ear protection
Mm.
because it is
Oh.
extremely loud.
Oh, wow.
Abram would not be able to handle it. He would have to have ear protection.
Oh, wow. Okay. Wow. How impressive.
Yep.
So,
Yeah.
well, Lynette, you were amazing. So you're guided and directed, and just kind of stewing over and just very analytical, and how you try to create your books and everything. I just need to be really patient. and
Yes.
understand the, because like, for example, we had a car issue, and they told me, well, it's going to take 8 hours to do it. And I'm like, and I've had my husband work on cars too, a little bit, doing the simpler things. This thing that they were doing was a doozy. And I'm like, well, I want my car on this day. And I'm like, well, you need to be a little bit patient in how they are doing this. Because it was the flex plate that's between the engine and the transmission.
Yeah.
So they have to hoist up the transmission. They have to take that off. They pretty much have to take the car apart.
Yeah.
Yes.
So it took 2.5 days.
That's not bad. I was out of a truck
It's
for
really not.
Yeah, I was out for about a week and a half.
Okay, I won't complain anymore. It seemed long, but I need to be. That's what I'm saying. I need to be more patient, because I it's not like I'm visually seeing what your process is. You've shared a little bit of it. And
Yeah.
so just being patient.
Yeah.
And so, yeah.
But the good thing is you have questions, and those questions is what drives priorities, if that makes sense.
Yeah. I
So,
always have questions.
but I love
That's
them.
not a bad thing.
Yeah. I
Yeah.
I appreciate all the questions. And so on a side note, Tammy knows my mother was diagnosed with early onset dementia, and I actually started working with her on a daily basis to go through
Mm-hmm.
Abacus, reading, and then she's rewriting like the stories that she's read. And so I understand that too, but I didn't get this patient. I was
Overnight.
Yeah, I was taught by my youngest son how to be patient. And now I spend about an hour or 2 hours with my youngest son reading. So he reads for about an hour. He reads out loud, and I'm there to sit with him. And then I also sit with him on doing his seventh grade homework, which is what I mentioned about percentages. Did I tell you about
Mhm.
percentages?
Yes. Yes.
Yep, you did.
Okay, yeah.
And I
So
love it.
I have him to be grateful that he's taught me to be a lot more patient. So now I'm sitting with my mom. It's kind of nice to be able to see her progression. In the beginning, it took her about an hour to go through one page. And now it's taking her like 15 minutes to do a page. And she's impressing herself. Like she's seeing the progress that it's keeping her a little bit more active than
Yeah.
prior.
Yeah. It's not scientific proof, but you see that it's helping.
Yes.
So that's
Mhm.
all the proof you need.
Yeah. Yeah, and so in the beginning I was like I was going to visit her once a week or twice Saturday and Sunday. But because I'm doing this, trying to build my business, trying to build my workbooks and trying to, market and everything, I have the flexibility to try to see her every day. So I'm trying to incorporate that as my schedule to see her every day as well as my responsibilities to you guys and the business and so forth.
Yeah. Well, I love our Thursday mornings.
I do
So,
too.
and it's like I at the doctor's office this morning because this was an appointment that was made long before I started this, and so long that I forgot I had this appointment. And so we're making appointments, and they go, "Okay, we're going to make this appointment. Do you what days?" I said, "Any day but Thursday. We can't be doing on Thursdays." I mean, my husband called a while ago, and I hung up on him. He says, "Why am I going to voicemail?" I said, "Because it's Thursday." He goes, "Okay." He texted me back and says, "Have fun clicking and clacking." I said, "Okay."
Yeah.
He knows Thursdays. He just loses track of the day of the weeks like we do.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So I
Yeah.
hope Nidra will be able to join us one of these days.
I do too. I
It'd
would
be nice
love
to,
to meet her.
yeah. Um, yeah. So yeah, Nidra was supposed to join us, and then yeah, so that was the thing. I thank you, Alyssa, for being patient, trying to get the website up and going again, and I'm going to get those up and working on the multiplication book as well. So there's a little bit, but no, I'm not overwhelmed. I'm just taking one step at a time because that's what it is,
And
baby
that's
steps.
smart.
Yeah, it's all about
That's
baby
smart.
steps, right?
And tell Jeff I don't know that I'm going to buy the pre multiplication book. I don't think I need to.
Oh, the dinosaur one? No.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but I definitely will buy the multiplication book.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that would be also so I there's going to be two sets. There's be the one set would be the actual workbook, which would be like the lessons and stuff. That's what I'm showing you right now. And then there's going to be the next set of books that would be the practice abacus workbooks. So that's what you have, Tammy and Alyssa. I know you ordered it, but it was the practice one, which is just a bunch of questions.
Oh,
So
the extra plus tens.
yeah,
Is that what they're going to be? The practice book is.
yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm going to call it abacus math practice books. So
Oh, instead of extra.
maybe
Okay.
I think I'm going to still add an extra, but I wanted to make sure that there's a difference between the workbook, like the lesson books, and then the practice books.
Oh yeah, and they have that in math and a lot of math where, yeah, because then it just helps you even solidify even more the
Yeah,
concepts.
yeah. Or
Yeah.
even like just keeping up and because once you go through it, Yeah, so that's the idea. It was funny. There's this person that came on yesterday on one of my TikTok lives, and he is a chemist, and he started talking about how he remembers using the abacus when he was a kid because his dad forced it on him. And then I come on his profile page, and he goes, "Oh my God, I was just talking about abacus," and I'm like, "There you go." And so he wanted to go back and he wanted to remember abacus, and I said, "You know what? I have a book." And he's like, "This is the great book." And so,
Good.
yep. So I might have, yeah, it's been interesting. This path of adults learning abacus has been a blessing.
Yeah,
Wonderful.
I bet it has.
Yeah. So Alyssa, I'm happy that you also like the multiplication book for the adults.
I do. I do. I do.
Thank you
So,
so much for the confirmation.
yes, 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 yes. Just
Um,
how you took just it's just breaking it down and just taking things slow and understanding the concepts. It's not like all smashed together.
yeah,
Now,
yeah,
There's organization and you got to know, you have to know this before you go on to the next step.
yeah,
So, and that's
yeah.
where that's what I saw in there. So that's why I was like, whoa, wow. That's why. So, but
Thank you.
yeah. Well, I myself probably have to run a little bit because I have a bountiful basket that I have to get ready to go and pick up.
Yes,
So,
likewise.
but yeah, um, so I really really appreciate it. I know I didn't get on there quite ready, but I'm really glad you sent me to the link. And maybe next week, would you be able to just do it that way? I don't know why I didn't want to support when I clicked on the Zoom and everything, and then it would just kind of say you need a pat. Well, no, it would just kick me out and said it just is not supported. I don't know why it said that. And then I went to my Zoom because I have, you know how you have those Zoom links kind of saved
Yeah.
in the queue. So I clicked on that and then it would just say passcode or password.
Oh,
Passcode. We need a passcode.
I might have accidentally ended the meeting.
Oh, okay.
That's
Because
probably
I
what had
was
happened. Yeah.
because I wasn't able to get on until at least 15 after.
Oh, that's
Um,
interesting.
Yeah,
Yeah,
because
I
I
was
have a
still.
I have a meeting before that, and then
Uh-huh.
when I went to go on after I um exited my other Zoom meeting,
Yeah.
and when I
It
clicked on, it just it would bump out.
yeah. It could have been I was like in between because I ended it and all this and that. So
Yeah.
I was still fussing around with technology.
Oh, okay.
So that could
Tammy,
have
were
been.
you able to get on pretty good?
we had a little issue, but I got on after that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I think it's me.
I struggled to get onto the live. I'm like, and then I'm like, I am signed into my email. And so then I was able to finally do that typing in there.
Yeah.
So I'm like, there's no way I'm going to be able to get a hold of her. So I was like, well, I guess I'll just see you next week. And then I was able to get in. So, because as you were saying, yeah, I hope that Alyssa's going to be able to join us. I'm trying. It's not working.
Yeah.
Well, ladies, I'm going to go
Me too.
and I'm going to talk with you later, okay?
Thank
All
you
right.
so much, everybody.
Yeah.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye. Uh, so I think my StreamYard is done. Contacts. So I have smart list.